All right, y'all. Now we're going to get into what I call the $1 million relaunch method. Let's just face it, I haven't personally made $1 million yet, but I did craft these strategies working with $1 million brands and helping them generate millions using these techniques. So I think it's safe to call it the $1 million relaunch. Okay. So we talked about why it's important to find your unique selling position and the approach by showing up as the hero in your market that's untapped and by finding your niche within a space, making you the clear and obvious choice. Then we talked about building your marketing machine around that to amplify that and having this strategy that moves your customers through a journey to create a predictable process in place to ensure your customers have not only pay you once but return to you. The machine will then solve your visibility issues by making sure you are in front of the right customers at the right time on autopilot. Now we're going to talk about one of the most slept on and overlooked, downplayed concepts in the online business world, and that's launching. And in your case, relaunching. I think it irks me that we don't talk about this enough. Okay. So what's happening is this is very common. Most people are working on their business in the background and moving in silence, that they totally forget how important it is to actually not move in silence and work in the background. Okay. So what happens is they do all of this work and they don't do any market research and they don't establish their foundation and they don't validate any of the things that we talked about. They just get their LLC, their website, their logo, they get a product and they put it out there. Okay. And so then what they do is they make an announcement on their page and tell their family and friends that they've launched a business. They tell the world and then they give them a link and say, shop now. They hear crickets. They get a sale here and there from some family and friends and then maybe their grandma. And eventually it fizzles out and dies down. And now you're left wondering, what did you do wrong? You then start to question, is it your products? Is it you? Do they hate it all? Do I need to change my website? Do I need to change my colors? What is wrong with me? You've launched your business only to hear crickets, and it's the worst. I get it. I've been there. I know how this feels, and I know the agony of experiencing this one too many times. What you were missing was a few things. One was anticipation, building that anticipation and getting your audience excited about what you have to offer. Two, creating demand and highlighting again why they need to get in on this brand early. Creating and marketing what we call FOMO, which is the human nature psychological concept that humans have of missing out, fear of missing out. Then nurturing, starting by building relationships and nurturing your audience. This is so key to getting sales. And then time. The launching process is a time concept. Minimum 30 days for a new business is required, and 45 to 60 days is recommended of launching in your process. The problem is people who are launching are bypassing these very important elements of the launch process, and it's keeping them stuck with zero sales, okay, and stuck with inventory. You have to warm your audience up prior to asking them to buy from you. What everyone is teaching you to do by just putting it out there is to announce, not launch. It seems simple enough, but it's a technique that takes much planning, preparation, and strategy. So what we do is actually prepare to the letter an effective relaunch strategy built around you that allows you to build demand and anticipation and create FOMO with your audience while building an effective system around your strategy so that you have a list of people warmed up and primed to buy from you when you go live. Okay. We then show you how to craft just the right content that not only creates demand, but the exact kind of content that you would say during a launch phase. Okay, you get a launch communications plan. This allows you to have your audience pre-sold and excited about what you have to offer, and they're ready because you deserve it. Okay, so the $1 million relaunch strategy allows you to bring your audience on the journey with you so that they are already connected and can even do the marketing for you. Okay, this strategy also ensures you'll have some predictability to be able to anticipate and forecast your results and ensure your business is being prepared accordingly for the volume you'll receive as you get ready to scale. So you're able to make adjustments and perfect it even more. For instance, take my client Tarina. She came to me after trying multiple times to launch her business, and she was at a relaunch. Actually, she was at a standstill for 2 years. We helped her craft and customize her launch strategy and help her strategize her angle and her approach for her brand. Tarina basically had to start her entire business over when she came to us. But when Tarina implemented the $1 million relaunch strategy, she started with 0 followers and sold out of her inventory in just pre-orders. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, because she had not anticipated what was going to come after implementing these techniques. I mean, this is someone who was barely selling a thing in the last 2 years she had been in business, to then really being stocking back up again and selling out again. And then after she launched, she sold out again. She had to place larger and larger orders with her vendor every time to account for her growth. She has more than quadrupled her revenue, and then she was at where she was at from when she joined the program, okay? But this is even the best part. Tarina did this with less than 100 followers on Instagram and no ad spend at all, okay? Using the $1 million launch strategy, we actually help you increase your income while using less capital to do it, as you're able to forecast and anticipate sales and revenue with the use of pre-orders and a pre-sold audience anxious to get their hands on your products. You're no longer spending your money on all the wrong things while trying to launch your business. And let's face it, at the rate most people launch their business, they are just draining their bank accounts by feeling as if they need to pay for all of these unnecessary things during this time, and wasting so much time and money in order to just barely see a return on their investment and quickly ensure that they can accelerate their results with less spend, therefore yielding higher profits during this time as a new business. So imagine what this would look like in your business if you had a relaunch method that allowed you to sell out of your inventory without a big audience or a large following, and without draining your bank account to do it. Okay? I hope y'all enjoyed this training. Make sure that you check out the training down below, because there is a special invitation just for those in this training, so that you can see what this looks like to work with us and implement this in your business today. So I will see you in the next video.